My name is Lucian. I'm 29 years old. I work in corporate finance. My life was simple. Wake up, work, go home, repeat. I wasn't looking for drama. I wasn't looking for anything, really. I had a girlfriend, Maya. We'd been together 3 years. She was kind. She was beautiful. She was my safe place. Or at least I thought she was. I didn't know that everything I trusted was about to collapse. I didn't know that the woman smiling at me every morning at work had plans I couldn't even imagine. Her name was Novara. She was my boss's assistant. Late 20s, sharp dresser, always professional, always polite, always there. I never thought much of it. She'd bring me coffee sometimes, she'd laugh at my jokes. Small talk by the printer, normal office stuff, nothing strange, nothing suspicious. But then, small things started to change. Novara started lingering near my desk. She'd lean in a little too close when showing me documents. Her perfume was expensive. Her smile was just a second too long. At first, I thought I was imagining it. Maybe she was just friendly. Maybe I was being paranoid. But then she started texting me. Work stuff at first, then random memes, then late-night messages asking if I was awake. I didn't reply to those. I loved Maya. I wasn't that guy. But Novara didn't stop. She'd find reasons to work late when I worked late. She'd ask me about my weekend, about my hobbies, about my girlfriend. That last part felt strange. Why did she care so much about Maya? One Friday evening, she asked me directly, "So, you and Maya, you guys serious?" I nodded. "Yeah, very serious." She smiled, but it wasn't warm. It was something else, something I couldn't read. "Lucky girl," she said. Then she walked away. I felt uneasy. I texted Maya, told her I'd be home soon. She replied with a heart emoji. Everything felt normal. But something in my gut said otherwise. The next week, Novara invited me to lunch. Just us. She said she wanted advice about a project. I agreed. We went to a quiet cafe downtown. She ordered wine, I ordered water. She talked about work for 5 minutes, then she shifted. Started asking personal questions about my childhood, my dreams, my fears. I kept my answers short, polite but distant. Then she said something that made my blood run cold. "You know, Lucian, some people don't deserve the loyalty you give them." I frowned. "What do you mean?" She smiled, sipped her wine. "Just something I've noticed." I didn't push it, but I felt it. That sentence stayed with me. It echoed in my head all afternoon. That night, I told Maya about the lunch. She laughed it off. "She's probably just bored. Don't worry about it." But I was worried, because Novara wasn't just flirting. She was studying me, watching me, learning me. And I didn't know why. 2 weeks later, I found out. I was at Maya's apartment. She was in the shower. Her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I glanced at it. A message preview lit up the screen. It was from someone named N. The message said, "He still doesn't know. Keep playing your part." My heart stopped. I picked up the phone. It wasn't locked. I opened the message thread. My hands were shaking. The messages went back months, hundreds of them, between Maya and someone listed as N. And as I scrolled, my entire world shattered. They were talking about me, about us, about our relationship, but not the way you'd expect. They were planning something. Maya had been lying to me for months about where she went, who she saw, what she did. And N was feeding her information, personal information, about my schedule, my habits, my movements. Then I saw it, a message from 2 months ago. N had written, "I'll get close to him at work. You handle the rest. He won't suspect a thing." My stomach turned. And Novara. It was Novara. Maya stepped out of the bathroom. She saw me holding her phone. Her face went pale. "Lucian, I can explain." I held up my hand. My voice was calm. Too calm. "Who is N?" She didn't answer. "Who, N?" Her eyes filled with tears, but I didn't care. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I laughed. It was hollow, bitter. "Then what is it, Maya?" She sat down, started crying, told me everything. Novara wasn't just my boss's assistant. She was Maya's old college roommate. They'd stayed close, closer than I knew. And 6 months ago, they'd made a plan. A sick, twisted plan. They wanted to test me, to see if I'd cheat, to see if I was worthy of Maya. Novara's job was to seduce me, to push boundaries, to see how far I'd go, and Maya? Maya was watching, waiting, judging. I stared at her. This woman I loved, this woman I trusted, and I felt nothing, just emptiness. You're insane, I said. She grabbed my arm. I was scared, Lucian. I needed to know you wouldn't hurt me, but I pulled away. So you hurt me first? She had no answer. I walked out. I didn't slam the door. I didn't yell. I just left. But they made one mistake. They thought I was broken. I didn't cry that night. I didn't drink. I didn't call anyone. I just sat in my apartment, thinking, planning. They wanted to play games? Fine. I'd play too. But my game would be different, smarter, colder. I started with research. I went through every message, every photo, every detail. Novara had been feeding Maya updates on me for months, but she'd also been lying, telling Maya I was flirting back, that I was interested, that I was almost ready to crack. None of it was true, but Maya believed her. Why? Because Novara wasn't just helping Maya, she had her own agenda. I dug deeper, checked Novara's social media, her LinkedIn, her old posts, and I found something interesting. Novara had been in a relationship with a guy named Derek. He worked at our company, in a different department. They'd dated for 2 years until 6 months ago, when Derek broke up with her, for someone else, for Maya's best friend, Sarah. Suddenly, it all made sense. This wasn't about testing me. This was about revenge. Novara wanted to destroy Maya's relationship, just like hers was destroyed. And I was the pawn. I printed everything. Screenshots, messages, timelines. I built a case, then I made a plan. Step 1. Confront Novara. But not at work, not in public. I needed her off balance. I sent her a text. I know everything. Meet me tonight. 8 p.m. The park near your apartment. Come alone. She read it immediately. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Finally. Okay. That evening, I got there early, sat on a bench, waited. She arrived exactly at 8, wearing jeans and a hoodie, no makeup. She looked nervous. Good. She sat down, didn't look at me. How much do you know? She asked. I handed her a folder. She opened it. Her face went white. You've been using Maya, I said. You wanted to ruin us because you're angry, because Derek left you. She closed the folder. Her hands were shaking. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. You're hurt, so you hurt others. She looked at me, eyes glassy. She deserves it, Lucian. Sarah stole Derek from me, and Maya knew. She knew and did nothing. I nodded. So you thought destroying her relationship would make you feel better? She didn't answer. Did it? I asked. She started crying, softly, pathetically. No. I leaned back. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to quit your job. You're going to disappear from Maya's life, and you're going to leave me alone. She looked up. And if I don't? I smiled. Then I send this folder to HR, to Derek, to Sarah, to everyone. Her jaw tightened. You wouldn't. I stood up. Try me. I walked away, left her sitting there, alone, in the dark. But I wasn't done yet. Step 2. Maya, I didn't call her, didn't text her. I let her stew, let her wonder. 3 days later, she showed up at my apartment, knocked on the door. I opened it. She looked terrible. Red eyes, messy hair. Lucian, please, we need to talk. I stepped aside, let her in. She sat on the couch, started apologizing, crying, begging. I listened, didn't interrupt. When she finished, I handed her my phone, showed her the messages, the real messages, between Novara and Derek, between Novara and Sarah, between Novara and her. Maya's face went pale. She lied to me? I nodded. About everything. She wasn't helping you. She was using you. Maya's hands covered her mouth. Oh my God. She wanted revenge, Maya, and you gave her the perfect weapon, me. Maya started sobbing. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. You thought you could test me, like I'm some experiment. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. Lucian, please, I love you. I made a mistake, a huge mistake, but I love you. I looked at her, really looked at her, and I felt nothing. I loved you too, I said. But you broke that. She shook her head. No, no, we can fix this. There's nothing to fix, Maya. You chose to trust her over me. You chose to hurt me. That's on you. She cried harder. Please, don't do this. Don't leave me. I stood up, opened the door. Goodbye, Maya. She looked at me, broken, shattered. Then she left. And I closed the door. For the last time. But what came next changed me forever. The next week at work was strange. Novara didn't show up. She'd resigned. Sent an email to HR. Said she was moving cities. No one questioned it. My boss asked if I knew why. I shrugged. No idea. Life went back to normal. Except it didn't. I couldn't trust people the same way. Couldn't open up. Couldn't let anyone in. I'd go to work, do my job, go home, repeat. Just like before. But emptier. 1 month later, I got a letter. No return address. Just my name. Handwritten. I opened it. It was from Novara. She apologized. Said she regretted everything. Said she was getting help. Therapy. Trying to be better. She didn't ask for forgiveness, just wanted me to know. I burned the letter, but her words stayed with me. Hurt people hurt people. I was broken. And I tried to break you too. I'm sorry. I thought about that a lot. About pain, about revenge, about cycles. I'd won. I'd gotten my revenge. I'd destroyed their plans, but I didn't feel victorious. I felt tired. 2 months later, Maya texted me. I know you won't reply, but I needed to say this. You were right. I was wrong. I hurt you. And I'm sorry. I hope you find someone who deserves you. Because I didn't. I stared at the message, thought about replying, didn't. I deleted it, moved on. 3 months after everything fell apart, I met someone new. Her name was Iris. She worked at a bookstore near my apartment. We started talking, slowly, carefully. She didn't ask about my past, didn't push, just existed. Peacefully. One evening, she asked me, "You seem guarded. What happened?" I thought about lying, then I decided not to. Someone I trusted betrayed me, and someone else used me for revenge. It messed me up. She nodded. That makes sense. She didn't pity me, didn't offer shallow comfort, just accepted it. You know what I've learned? She said. People will hurt you. That's life. But not everyone will. And the ones who won't, they're worth the risk. I looked at her. Really looked at her. And for the first time in months, I felt something. Hope. We took it slow. No rushing, no games, just honesty. And it felt good. It felt real. I didn't tell her everything immediately, but over time I did. And she listened. Didn't judge, didn't run, just stayed. That's when I realized something important. Novara and Maya didn't break me. They revealed me. They showed me what I wouldn't tolerate, what I deserved, and what I needed to let go of. 6 months later, I ran into Maya at a coffee shop. She was with someone. A guy. They looked happy. She saw me, froze, then waved, nervously. I nodded, kept walking. No anger, no pain, just indifference. And that felt like freedom. I never saw Novara again. I heard she moved to another city, started over. I hoped she found peace. I really did. Because holding on to hate was exhausting. And I was done being exhausted. I spent the next year rebuilding myself. Therapy, journaling, hiking, reading. I learned to trust again. Slowly. I learned to love again. Carefully. And I learned that betrayal doesn't define you. How you respond does. Iris and I are still together. We moved in together last month. It's not perfect. But it's real, and that's enough. Sometimes, late at night, I think about everything that happened. About the lies, the manipulation, the revenge, and I wonder if it was worth it. The answer? Yes, not because I destroyed them, but because I rebuilt me. Betrayal broke me, but it also rebuilt me stronger, wiser, freer. And that's the real victory. If you've ever trusted someone who hurt you, I hope this story reminds you of something important. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're human. And humans heal. Humans grow. Humans survive. I survived. And so will you. The pain you feel right now, it's temporary. The strength that you build from it, that's forever. So don't let betrayal define you. Let your comeback define you. Let your healing define you. Let your peace define you. Because in the end, the best revenge isn't hurting them back. It's becoming someone they can't hurt anymore. It's finding happiness they can't touch. It's living a life they're not part of. That's the revenge that lasts. That's the revenge that matters. And that's the revenge I chose. If this story made you feel something, leave a comment below. Tell me your story. I read every single one. And if you want to hear more real stories like this, hit that subscribe button. Because I'm not done yet. I have more to share, more to tell, more truth to speak. Stay with me, and remember, no matter what you've been through, you're stronger than you think. Trust me, I know.